So we are with the Kathopanishad, one of the sweetest Upanishads and most popular. So we talked about that that Om. Om is the student is here, young man. His name is Nachiketa. He went to the teacher and he proved his quality, that is the right student. He wants to know the truth and he is not yielding to any temptation. Being proved that, then he directly asked, Sir, don't praise me anymore. Just tell me the truth. What is to be realized, of what is there beyond death, and what is the truth. So, then teacher started talking when he said, tell me something which is annatra dharma, annatra dharma. I am on this page 70 of this book, which you should all purchase. But maybe some of you and some of did not. So you should have a book in your hand so that it helps really. Huh? It's such a serious book. Huh? 70. So there you find that the Nachiketa is asking this question, that please explain whatever you can about that which is beyond what is the scriptures tell us of ritualistic living or righteous living, and that which is attained by unrighteous living, beyond righteousness and unrighteousness, beyond the duality of the two. Annatra asmat kritak kritat. Do good karma, go to heaven, or bad karma, go to hell. Beyond this duality, tell me, annatra bhutacha bhavyacha. Tell me which is neither cause or not effect, what is created or will be created. This is the cause of creation of this, and this will create the other thing. Beyond this duality, tell me, jat pashyasi tad bada. I am not asking you to satisfy my intellectual needs, but I want to see what you see, that tell me. It's a very direct question. You should be a teacher, should be a knower of truth. Do you see that? What do you see? Tell me that truth. Here is a very pinpointed response, like Narendra going to Sri Ramakrishna, asking, have you seen God? That is a direct question. So what you see means what you experience by your own personal life, how you look at the world, this material world of changing world, how does it appear to you? Tell me that. I know of this world where cause and effect is a regular chain of our life, where is dharmic living a dharmic or righteous life or unrighteous life lead to certain things, good and bad take us to this point, to that point. But I want to know that which is beyond these two and tell me that reality, that truth. And in direct response to that Nachiketa's question, he has told, he's saying, see, the god of death, the teacher is saying, Sarve Vedas Jat Padamamananti. All the Vedas are glorifying that state. Padam is the state. Tapangsi. All the people do austerities and penance. Tapangsi Sarvani Yat Vadanti. They are doing this austerity for what? To attaining which reality? On Jad Icchanto, desiring which? Jad Icchanto Brahmacharyam Charanti. People do live a life of celibacy and austerity, all this. Tatte Padam, that state I am going to teach you. I am to Padang Sangrahena Brahmimi. I am telling you in nutshell that state which all the yogis are trying to reach by their penance and their meditation, by their discrimination, and observing celibacy and becoming a monk and giving up everything. For what purpose? What to attain, which state, that I am telling you in a brief word, only word, Om iti etat. That is the only word, Om. Finish. The entire scripture, the entire purpose of all the knowledge ends in knowing that which is Om, and Om is the goal, Om is the end. And then he continues that in the next verse on page 73, where it says, Etadhi eva aksharam brahma, etadhi eva aksharam param, etadhi eva aksharam yatva, yujati chantita sotasyatat. So knowing this, that this Om, it is the only object of worship. Worship means does not take a bell and ring and then just wave around Om. That worship is not meant here. That worship is meant for our Saguna worship. Om is also Saguna. But Saguna, Om is the symbol which stands on the penultimate state of duality. So that's why it said that it is etad eva aksharam brahma. This is this Om itself, this akshar means letter, or that imperishable reality is the Om, is Brahman, with attributes. And this is aksharam, etad eva aksharam param. It is Saguna Brahma, it is Nirguna Brahma. Etad eva aksharam gyatva. If knowing this akshar, this means the syllable, simple syllable Om, what it indicates, knowing this, experiencing this, you yadichanti tasata. If one attains whatever he wants to attain, that means he attains Brahman, he attains that one which is beyond all duality. And then glorifying that, again we read this, 74 also on page, Etad alambanam sreshtham, etad alambanam param, etad alambanam gyatva, brahmaloke mahiyati. So, etad alambanam, observing this Brahman, that is the srestha, the greatest of the worship, greatest of adoration, greatest knowledge, to know that what is indicated by the word Om. And that is called Brahman. Etad alambanam param, is the highest. Etad alambanam gyatva, knowing this alambanam, that means the Brahman, the substratum of everything, knowing this, gyatva brahmaloke mahiyati. People live in the plane of Brahmaloka. That means Sagun Upasana, the worship of the Brahman with attributes, Om is being the symbol of that. One can go into the Loka, the plane where the Brahma lives. Or if you think that if you can understand it as the Nirguna, beyond all qualities, then there he will reach in the absolute Brahman, that Loka, that plane.
Is the Brahma Loka Saguna Brahma?
Of course. Because here is the question of creation, maintenance, sustenance, all are coming. Because in that absolute there is no creation. That's why the next verse 18 we also read, Najayate mriyate va kadachit nayam kutaschid babhuva nakaschit ajo nitya shashyato ayam purana nahannate hannamane sharire. So that is the state. There is no birth, no death. Brahma has a birth, means he has a starting point, like president's regime. So Brahma has a regime, and Brahma's regime is little longer, great long. How much? 4 million some. How much is that calculation of our human calculation? So he reigns there. He is the boss of everything there. And his duration goes, he lives for 100 years. And then when he dies, then another person waiting in the queue, he gets into the position. And he now rules again. So it is a very high position. People want to do that. But Brahman is that state where it is beyond this position, staying into, ruling, creating, nurturing. All these attributes are gone. There it is Shashvata, eternal, unborn, ajo, nitya, or Permanently it is there. Purana, oldest or the ancient. And Nahannate, if that person who have known this reality, no Nahannate, even his body is being slain, he is not. So that we read. Now we are going to read today on page 77, the verse number what? 19. Hanta chen manyate hantum hataschen manyate hatam ubhauto na bijanito nayang hanti nahanyate. So that state, if he has talked about the Om, and that is the ultimate, and reaching there, you have no more craving for anything, because that is the what is to be achieved, you have achieved. Now glorifying that state again, he says, there if you are attaining this knowledge while in the body, with the death of the body, Hanta, if someone thinks, oh, I am killing someone, he does not know that Atman cannot be killed. And he who thinks that I am killed or I am destroyed, there is no destruction. Hantu chet hanmannate hatam. These two people, these two people, who is killing and who is being killed, they both do not know that it cannot be destroyed, it cannot be nullified. It is the eternal, absolute, all-pervading principle. So this we get the idea in the Bhagavad Gita and every place. That is the idea of the Advaita Vedanta. That body dies, body goes, body comes. But the Atman, the self, which is all pervaded principle, which is indicated by the word Brahman in the objective way. Subjective way we call Atma, and objectively we call Brahman. And Brahman is indicated by the sound Om. And then it is said that you think of the Om and meditating on the real purport of the Om or Uma and beyond, you get absorbed and lose your identity into that. Then you become Aham Brahmasmi, either Brahman and you are one and the same. Distance remains when you start our spiritual practice. And then with the faith and devotion to the Guru's words and the scriptures, when one moves into that direction, then as close they come, they see the vastness of that real nature. And then seeing that, he becomes fearless. And when he touches the ground and become one, then whom to fear? Who will fear whom? Dvitiyad vai bhayang bhavati. In the Upanishad it says that whenever there is duality, there is a fear. Someone may kill me, he may be greater than me, he may be in power, control me. But where there is no two, who will fear whom? So this question does not arise. Who will kill me? Who will destroy me? I am that imperishable reality. So when it crosses that Om is really understood, when subjective experience and objective experience becomes like that, it is all pervaded one principle, and I am that. Now I know I am this. This means this body, this mind, this emotions, this ego. No? This petty. Everything is petty. And we are very happy with this petty existence. We are proud. You can tell me this, which me you are talking? This perishable me, which is so fragile, it can be pumped, it can be punched like a balloon. It gets bigger. And you poke it and boom, it's gone. This I, that's why Swamiji ridiculed sometimes individuality. This is the false individuality. We have a real individuality, and that individuality is untouched by anything. So this is the indication that is indicated by the sound Om. See, we take Om as very simple because Om is used in every place. And then in the Chandogya, if we read, then they say that Om is any auspicious activity, use the Om Om. If you go to the monastic community, they say anything good, Om Om. And everything is auspicious, everything is good. Sanction. Starting of anything, any mantra, we just start chanting. We said Om first. So it is the basic sound, but it has its profoundest meaning. And you asked me the question, what is beyond this duality? What is that where this all our expectations and everything will abolish? For which people are doing austerities and practices, disciplines, whole night meditating and praying and japa and what for? Only to know this Om and Om in its real perspective. So hanta chet mannati hantu. So the translation says, if the killer thinks he is going to kill, and if the person killed thinks he has been killed, then both of them do not know that the self capital does not kill and is not killed by anybody. And it is so much discussed, we need not have to go further. Now, then what is this? We know that anything in the material world is killed, no? It's destroyed. Kill means it is deformed, it is destroyed. But not. Look at anything in the world, of this world, the relative world, everything is a change, everything is destruction, nothing is permanent. Huh? But you are talking that Om indicates this truth, where there is no killing, no killer, there is no destruction, there is nothing to destroy. What is that then? We don't see anything in the world and in which we live at all. Then is it a fantasy of words? Well, no, you do not know. It is such a subject. Huh? It is to feel subjectively and objectively. Experience becomes perfect when it is subjective and not objective. Subjectively, you look that you are infinite in your own self. It's called the immanent aspect of the divine. And objectively, you see in everything that divine is there. That is the objective vision. That is, it is immanent and it is transcendent. In both aspects, it is to be viewed. Otherwise, knowledge becomes partial. That's why here it is given beautiful. This verse is very powerful verse. One can meditate. These are the verses like this 20th verse. It's a verse for meditation. One can spend hours on this verse. In many Upanishads, there are all verses are you can meditate, but there are certain verses which are very excellent, and it can easily take our mind from this level of duality into another plane. So this mantra, verse 20, what it says? Anor aniyan, mahato mahiyan, atmasya jantoho, nihito guhayam, tamakratu pashyati, bita shuko, dhatu prasadat, mahimanamaatmanaha. Beautiful. That's truth. Why it cannot be cut? Why it cannot be destroyed? Why it cannot be killed? Because it is such finer than the finest. Go to the subatomic particle. Go to the Higgs boson particle. Go beyond that. How will you kill the whole Higgs boson particle? You cannot touch it. Your no instrument can cut it, penetrate it. Now, it is finer than that. It is all instrumental. It is not real Brahman. It is the manifestation in the energy level. And there you cannot cut it. There you cannot destroy it. Can anyone destroy that energy which is in the subatomic particle? Whatever you do, can you destroy that? It will be converted into another form only, but you cannot destroy anything. So it is the subtler than the subtlest, or finer than the finest, the smaller than the smallest. This Atman, Anuruniyan. Then again, Mahato, go to look at the sky. Billions of stars in the galaxy. And billions of galaxies are there. How big you can think of? It is only an infinitesimal part in the cosmic existence. 1 billion stars. For us, we cannot comprehend. We cannot comprehend this earth. We cannot comprehend the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic. Can we? Only talk. Just I say, think of the Pacific Ocean as your Atman. What do you think? Just close your eyes and what do you think? Pacific Ocean. Think of the ocean, ocean of joy. What do you think? How much your mind goes? It makes a map of the Pacific Ocean, nothing more. So, but that it is tangible, it is limited, it can be destroyed, it can be modified. But that which is incomprehensible in physical dimension, billions and trillions of galaxies, billions of trillions of microbes here. I heard that. Even in your eyebrow, one eyebrow, at the base of it, billions of microbes are there. Oh my God. What do you think of infinite? Even in material sense, as the science has given us the clue, it is infinite. And now it is nothing, it is on the Om A part, only A. O part only. Now you go to the U part, then you go to the M, and then you go to dot. Who can fathom that? Anuruniyan, Mahatu, Mahiyan, the grander than the grandest. And where is that? Where will you find it? It is first find in your Atma. Atma janto nihito guhayam. In the core of your heart, in the finer strata of your being, just feel that it is here. Meditate there. Atma, that Atman, that self, that divine, that life effulgent, that Satchidananda, whatever name you give, that as your Atman, as your own self, try to think nihito. Nihito means embedded. It is embedded into the Atma Nihito. Guhayam. Guha means the cave. And what guha? The cave of the heart. Not the physical heart which is pumping like that. Not that. But you can think that in that space there is some truth, that reality. That's why we all meditate. Our gurus teach us mostly to meditate in the heart. The Upanishad also certifies that. The Hridaya. Ramakrishna says, Hridaya is the best place. Heart. Hridaya Dankamara Jaiga. It is the place where you can find the presence of the Lord. Meaning, another example, say governor can stay anywhere in the state, isn't it? But you want to find the governor mostly, so you have to go to governor's house. So the heart is the governor house where the Lord resides more. Because all feelings, all emotions, all understanding, first it is here. So that's why Atma Shajanto Nihito Guhayam. And Tam Akratu Pashyati. Tam, that reality which is so near to us, so close to us, so much palpably present there. Only can akratu. Akratu means, kratu means the activity, karma, yajna, or the ritualistic sacrificial fire. Akratu means beyond kratu. You have reached a point where you need not have to perform. You are finished with the rituals. This type of meditation is for them who have overcome that big level. Tam akratu. What is akratu given here? Akratu atmanam. Akratu is desireless. Yeah, very good meaning. Why you do perform these rituals? You want to get something. In modern time, we can say all activity stops there. Why do we do some work? We have some desire to fulfill. By doing this, I will gain this, I will earn this. So that akratu means no more any impetus for doing any action. Why? Because I am done with that. I did so many things, I achieved so much. I don't want to go into that path again because it does not satisfy me. Tam akratu pashyati. They can see this. Those who are raga, beautiful. What are the characteristics? Why we don't see? And who will see it? It is the beta raga. Raga means attachment. Beta means gun. Beta gaedin bhajana bina. There is a song. The day is past without singing the glory of the Lord. No? Beta gaedin bhajana bina. A devotional song. So beta means bigata, gone, raga. That means whose heart, all this attachment for the clinginess, for the objects of the world, objects of the senses, objects of our memory. We cling to our memory also. So this clingingness is gone, beta shoko. And how it comes? Dhatu prasadat. It comes for the grace of mind. Mind should be cooperating with us, no? If the mind does not become pure and mind's grace does not come, we say God's grace, but another grace is your own mind's grace. There is a prayer. Oh, my mind, be a friend to me, come and help me. So when you get the friendship of your mind or the grace of your mind, and mind follows your dictate, and it has become pure, being non-attached to the world, you are satisfied with all types of kratu, means jagna, or what you call the sacrificial fire. In early days, this is the ancient times text we are reading, but modern day, doing all types of activity, what we are doing to attain or accomplish certain earthly benefit, or not earthly, after death benefit, either benefit in this world or in the heaven. All are struggling. Most of the religions, we are struggling to reach the heaven. What else? We go to heaven and so much fun there. So kill others. Go and kill. No problem. Don't worry right and left. You will go straight to heaven. So this is the heaven concept is such alluring. But that heaven is temporary. You are done with that. I don't care for the heaven. That's why, though Hindus have their idea of the heaven, and we also sometimes maybe allude to perform some activities to go to heaven, but people get tired after that because going to heaven there's nothing much to gain. There is also you have to deport. You will be deported when your visa will be over. Yeah, how much you have, our one Swami told that, that time, some Swami was in this country, he was going back to Mumbai. He said that Air India or what airplane he attended the first time. He said when you enter into the plane, you have a ticket, and you are a position in early days. the air hostess and others say, please come and this is this, go to this seat, this is your, what can I do for you, and can I give this? And if people used to feed so much in the plane. Nowadays they don't. But, but first class, if you go, you get all those things. Anyway, so, and then, very good. As if you are adored, worshipped to come in and sit and take and drink and this and that, everything. But when it landed in Mumbai, they say, get out. all this all this welcome thing is gone now. So go to heaven. When you go, ehi, there is some description. As you did a good karma and you enter into the heaven, the gate of heaven, as soon as you land in your Mercedes Benz car, then what will happen? Those, there are guards and there are all ushers there. Ushers will, sir, come, come, come. We are fortunate that you have visiting us and stay with us, and then take you to the five-star hotel and give you the accommodation there and all the free, prepaid. So you need not to think of money or anything. Only you stay and enjoy. But when the course, when the time period is over, then the sir, give the keys, get out. So heaven is like that. Though heaven is an allurement, in the physical world we want some heavenly joy. If we are failure, we want after death I will go there. That's why people do some charitable activity and other good activities to go to heaven. But heaven is a temporary abode when it is understood akratu. Then he does not engage himself in any krotu, any action, which may lead you to pleasurable experiences, because that is not the goal of the person who is pursuing for eternal life, undying life, where death will not be able to touch that eternal Satchidananda self. So, dhatu prasadat mahimanam atmanam. By the prasada, prasannata means the grace, by the compassion of dhatu. Here dhatu means buddhi or intellect or your mind. That means when the mind cooperates and mind becomes pure, and then all this preconditioning, not performing, not to gain anything out of karma. That's why those people who do that, they do only for the purpose of doing work. Karma for karma's sake. And as duty is duty. That's all. I don't expect anything. And before that, after that, they transfer it to God. So that is the akratu state. And then in that state, they become beat or raga, detached from all the objects which people are hankering for. And then mind guides them to be absorbed in that. That is the state. So this verse says then, the translation, running translation, this self is smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. It lies deep in the heart of every being as its own self. The person who has renounced all desires and has gained full control over the mind and other sense organs can see the greatness of the self capital. He then becomes free from all worries. Dhatu prasadat mahimanam. Be to soka. So this book says that this is one of this Atman that is subtler than the subtlest and greater than the greatest is seated in the cavity of the heart of each living being. He who is free from willing and wishing, with his mind and senses composed, beholds this majesty of the self and becomes free from all sorrow. Tamakratu pashyati bita soka. The purpose of, the goal of this is to go beyond shoka, bereavement, pain, agonies, sufferings, which we are tormented with. Any question?
It's a very difficult task for a human with so many failings as a human to try and reach this particular.
That because it is, the goal is too high. say $10, $20, we can easily go and get it. But if you plan for $1 billion, then you'll have to pay the price of it. But at the same time, there is a joy in it. Let the struggle be, but there is a joy. See, in every step, spiritual life, every step, it brings us greater joy, deeper satisfaction. We need experience of life. That's why Vedanta does not oppose this idea of experiencing or going through the experience of life. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, the four goals set by the tradition of ancient sages. Dharma, living a righteous life. You see, you be righteous and see how much you gain. You will be losing because you are righteous. Unrighteous people are making money, cheating people and doing things. You will say, am I a fool? No, you are not fool ultimately, you will understand. You lead a dharmic life. Then no, yeah, art, yeah, what? Yes, you enjoy money, earn money, enjoy life, why not? Wealth, prosperity, it is allowed. Do that. Unless you finish that experience, how will you go to the next? Karma, fulfilling the desires, go through that experience. And then you think it's futility, it's momentariness, it's frustration, it's voidness, it's lacking, something lacking after having everything. Then you will go for liberation, the concept of liberation. Freedom. I got all these, but I am not satisfied. So, these are all experiences. But even the idea of moksha is given up. Who is liberated? I am already liberated. Who to liberate? From whom to liberate? There is no tool. So that's another level. Just your satellite is just launched into the orbit. Yes.
Why I would like to go to Brahmalok? Because I am, when I am thinking or I am that Aham Brahmas, if I am Brahman, then why I would like to go to Brahmalok?
Because you do not know what is Brahmaloka. Such charm, such attraction. We ordinary people, even
but that is temporary.
That temporary, even we understand intellectually, but when that temptation comes, that's why Buddha was have to face the temptation. Christ has to face the temptation. We call about that. Meaning, that's the last bite the world wants to give. Hey, you are trying to leave me? See, I can give you this, I can give you this, I can give you this. Then very few people are there unless they are established in the renunciation, the spirit of detachment, strong detachment. That's why people fail there. Because we don't have any idea what is this charm of this attractions of these higher planes. But yes, that's why practice detachment and renunciation. That is the ground. If one is stabilized on this, gradually, they can just overpass quickly. It is like, if you go to that plane, really there will be how much you are. Say, suppose you go to the Disneyland, and you spend money, and no, you don't spend money. Someone gives you a free ticket. So you go. Then what happens? Do you want to see? No, I have seen enough. Okay, no, let us go again in Tiki house. So you go to the Tiki house and sing with the house and spend some time. And then by your time is gone by that time. And then you say, oh, this is a new thing has been added in this. So go another one. So attraction is a nature of the mind, and it likes to see things and observe things, smell. Five senses want these material objects to experience. But that's why tremendous renunciation is necessary. Look at that Nachiketa. How much temptation he was being faced, but his character, his determination. He crossed Brahmaloka and others, he didn't go there. He could have got all these things. Then you live as long as you like. You live like thousands of years, and your own joy, and you will not. You will be able to enjoy whatever you like. I will make you the emperor of the world, like that, all things, but it is nothing. So that detachment is a strength. That's why renunciation is a power. Renunciation is a really it comes up after long practice and falling in love with the true self. It will not do in one way. Unless we get some joy, we cannot give up this. But still there are pitfalls. That's why the spiritual life is called the walking on the razor's edge. Sharp, freshly sharpened razor, and if you are asked to walk over that, that means very careful. Any split second mind can cheat us because it has all the past impressions, no? Millions and millions of lives, all the past impressions, they pull us here and there. Why our meditation becomes so difficult? Tell me. We are struggling for so many years. Why we cannot sit and just get absorbed? See? The mind says, hey, come, come, come. This is important. And then just you go, no, 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 no. With much trouble, you bring it back. Then again, mind says, hey, here is important. Come, come, come. So it is always pulling our attention in all directions. And what happened after? Be honest. After 1 hour of meditation, what you come out? Tell how much you thought about God. So this is the proof that our attachment unconsciously, it is so much anchored here and there. Mind is anchored, so it pulls us again and again, and when you just want to get out of them, they all join together. A joint effort. Okay, you want, I serve them, the eyes will say, I served you so many years and I show you so many beautiful things, and you listen to me that time, and now you say, no, I want to see the inner beauty. Okay, then ear will say, hey, I allowed you, supplied you so much beautiful voice and music and this and that, and you want to see the inner music? Huh? Ignoring us. So all then make a joint package, no? And they attack the person who is doing. That's a tremendous renunciation is necessary. Detachment is, or God's grace we say, Guru's grace we say.
We're involved with Satchitananda, the sense of I am existence. It seems as though there's a process of becoming. Maybe go through many, many lifetimes, perhaps aeons of time. But there comes a point, or my question is there a point at which the becoming, the sense of becoming, becomes a realization of being?
Yeah.
And then you have to get out of your own way because there's some inner thing that is now living through you. And I'm just wondering about this, but it seems to me it stops becoming and becomes just to be.
Yeah, being becomes, Swamiji, that's why he used the word being and becoming. Every day if we think of our divine nature, and at that moment we are becoming, it is like the cup. In that cup you are pouring water. The water is taking the shape of the cup. So when I am thinking, say you are thinking of God, the way your teacher has told, or you are meditating on some aspect, so that your mind is taking the shape of that cup, of shape of the divine form. So what is happening? Instantly, it is getting colored in the coloring of that shape. So that is becoming, little by little becoming. Our Sridharananda Swami gave that example, that in a cup, it is like Lord's name is like a grain of sugar. One cube, small cube, you give. Do you find the cube? Where did it go? It is no more found. You put into the water and it dissolves. So you did japa, you did practice. What has happened? You are becoming. One drop is becoming the whole water. It has gone into, but it is so dilute that you don't feel any difference. Now go on pouring, being, and then becoming, and becoming, and becoming. And one day it will be crystallized. When it will be crystallized, God is a tangible reality.
We can be involved with our own thoughts and then realize that, my goodness, I know the answer. What am I doing all this thinking about? There's some natural thing to do. I just know it.
Yeah, but we go through the no, but we go through the different levels of experience, right or wrong. By that process, we purify our path to realization. That's why every day you say, I am Atman. Think this way. Anuraniyan. Go to the right deep into your heart. Go as fine you can think about. And then you think, Mahato Mahiyan. This verse is a cube. It's a sugar cube. And if we can really absorb for a few moments, see, you become everywhere. But this one thought does not make any change in our life because it is so diluted in the other thought. Now, if it is done regularly and intensely, it's becoming. Then you one day you find it is only sugar. But this example is that as if sugar is somewhere you are putting into something. These examples are always, you have to take it only partial to understand some philosophy. That means if we saturate our mind with the consciousness of the divine every day, every beat of the second, as much as one can do, that much is the progress and that much quickens the process of being identified with our divine nature. Satu dirghakala nairantarjena satkara sevita dridabhumi. Patanjali says, this realization will come when? Sa, this practice, to dirghakala. They have not said 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year. No, dirghakala means go on practicing, but sincerely, with love. Satkara sevita. Satkara sevita means with not grudge. Oh my God, again I am to meditate today. I did it in the morning and again I am to sit for that. But with love, with sweetness. Oh, I'll go for meditation. Mind will jump like that. Ah, ha, ha. It's a blessed moment. I'm going for that. Satkara sevito. Dirghakala nairantarja. And not in the morning and in the evening. When you're walking, while you are chopping the vegetables, while you are cleaning, while you are in the shower, think of that thought. I am what? Think, whatever is your thought. Make any thought your ideal, dualistic idea, non-dualistic idea, or whatever. If it is done whole day, spirituality is whole day's business, not morning and evening. And with love and affection. And then Patanjali says, Dridhabhumi, you are established in the firm ground of that experience. So being, becoming. Then you and the Brahma knowledge and the Brahma Jnani become one. We call Jivan Mukta. That's why we look at your behavior, being with them, our mind almost gets a touch of that what is Brahman like. So this verse can be a beautiful aid for our daily practice. Finer than the finest, smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. No? Swami Vivekananda was overwhelmed with this experience while in Almora. One day he was sitting under a tree and he was stepped into this experience. And then he exclaimed, oh my God, what a great secret has been revealed to me. That which is here inside, that which is micro, that is in the macro. And all are one. Anuraniyan, Mahato Mahiyan, Atma Asya Janto, Nihito Gihaya. It is in the inmost recess of all of us. That's why Swamiji's explanation. Each soul is potentially divine. Not there is something more in it, some holy person more and me less. No, it is the same. Only the question of manifestation. When it becomes pure and manifest, it shines the same way in everyone. It will shine. But it is covered. That's why the light is unseen. Few minutes are there. So what shall I do? You can read that explanation in the book, but if you have any, that's why it is better. If you have any question, then it becomes more lively. Otherwise, I can read the book, but that will not be that much interesting. Anyhow, so it says, this verse explains, this is a beautiful verse, so let me see what this explanation goes. It's not big one, page 79. This self is smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest. It lies deep in the heart of every being as its own self capital. The person who has renounced all desires and has gained full control over the mind and other sense organs can see the greatness of the self. He then becomes free from all worries. All things, big or small, come from the self capital. In fact, this self capital has become all things. This is why the self can be said to be smaller than the smallest and bigger than the biggest. There's one simple thing. This is all Brahman, Sarvam Kallidang Brahma. If it is all Brahman, so whether you think it's small or whether think is big, it is all the one element of truth, that is the Atman. The self is thus manifest in the whole universe. The same self capital is again concealed in every being and everything. It is like something hidden in the darkness of a cave. Yogins perceive the self capital in their heart, here described as a cave. They perceive it through their intellect, and they perceive it as light, because the seat of the intellect is the heart. The heart is described as the seat of the self, because all experiences come here. Yes?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
How do you practice detachment without becoming apathetic about things?
Detachment. No, we have a misconception that we love someone means we should be attached. That's a misconception. That is no love. When I love, that type of love, and there is some give and take issue. I love you, and you do these things, and if you don't do these things, see, my love goes away. Huh?
Today is Valentine's
And I should not say that. But if you see detached love, I love you because in you is God. In you is the same self, the pure, the essential truth of the divine, the Lord is there in you. And that's why I love you. Then what will happen? Anything happens in the exterior, that will not enter into the inner realm of our love, real love. Someone falls sick. Today I am beautiful. And tomorrow I fall sick and I become looking haggard. The love goes away. People run for another person. But if you think that is I love the Lord who is inside, the outer frame, then love lingers. And not only with one person, with the same theory for all. Therefore our love becomes so broad and vast. And it has its negative reaction is less. So it is the art of loving. Actually, we are talking, this Upanishad is teaching us how to love. We do not know how to love. I give the gross example. It is like Velcro. Our love, Velcro, is in your shoes. You try to pull out, it makes noise. But detached love is, I love you so deeply. At the same time, you have total freedom. You do whatever you like. Can you do that? That is called love. Mother loves the baby on the condition of the baby. Baby's condition. not mom's condition. Baby does not know anything. He will soil his cloth, he will cry, he will do whatever he likes, or she will do whatever this baby is, she or he. Mother, mother loves whatever the baby does. Is it not? At, the, at that stage, no? And when you become an adult, that's a different thing. But from the, if we look at that love we adore, the love of mother for a child is called the universal love. Look at the birds. How the bird, mother bird, forgetting her own food and drink or anything, sitting on the egg. Day, morning, and if the husband comes, they also sit sometime to release. So this is the love. But you know, when they grow into the little few days, they take care, bring some food and push in the mouth, and little bit afterwards, get out.
So God's love is universal love, right? So God loves us without any condition. And then why does He bound us with karma?
He has not bound, he has made a formula. It is you. Why do you like to do that? Why don't you like the other thing? That's your choice. We have read that. Shreyascha preyascha manushyameto to shamparitta vivinakti dhiraha. In everyone's life, good and what is noble or what is not that good, Shreya, what is immediate and what is good, what is pleasant and what is good. Both appear. But dhira, the wise people, out of this, they select the path. Why you select the fire and your finger gets burned? Why someone selects the ice? He will be cold. Whom to blame? You cannot blame God for that. Creation means there is some principle and rules. And whatever we follow, we gain or we lose.
There is some condition is there.
The condition is not. Because my personal attraction, attachment, feeling, emotions are working there. Give up all these things, everything is joy. There is no problem. You get out of your own likings, you get out of your own inclinations, get out of your own thinking, whatever you are doing. And if you think it is God's play going on, you will enjoy everything. That is the experience of all the saints and sages, no? How they live in the life like a free child, full of bliss and joy. And because it is our craving. I am craving. There is beautiful thing. Why don't you enjoy the way the sages enjoyed the world? They don't enjoy less. But God has created this because all students are of different category. So how many items of food is there? Thai food, Italian food, this food, American food, Indian cuisine, then idli is there, dosa is there. Why so many types? Because everyone's taste is different. You cannot blame, I took a very hot and a burning food and I blame, God, why God has created this thing, my tongue is getting burned. And who have asked you to take the hot food? So, but we are found because our tendency is like that. So, we cannot blame God for that. It's our choice is that. But your question is very important. We should learn how to love. We can love deeply, profoundly, only if we learn how to give freedom to others. That we do not know. Our love means, I possess you. You cannot go this way, cannot go that way. If you look this side, you looked? Oh, you want that side? So, I'm controlling. That's not control is not freedom. Control is not love. Love should give freedom and love should both. It does not happen in one side. Both sides it should happen. And philosophy is that whom you love. The flesh and bone or you love who is inside. That inner self, that is pure, that's only bliss. And that we have to love. And our Upanishad declares, Navyare pattukamayo patipriyo bhavati. Atmanastu kamayo patipriyo bhavati. Not the Atmanastu kamayo pati. Husband, no one loves the husband because of the husband. But for the Atman or the self or God in the husband. No one loves the wife for the wife, but because of the Lord who is residing in the, or Vedantic term will be the Atman who is inside. This same Atman here, the same Atman there. And it's the love between the Atman. So if that love comes, it's all peace, all joy, all happiness. That is the real Valentine. She was, our Parvati was giving one beautiful example. Swami Sarvadevananda, on the Valentine Day, he first came to know what is Valentine Day. And then in the lecture, what he said, there is a crawling boy. He's crawling. He's Ramakrishna. And crawling and going up, up, up. And he's saying, you are my Valentine. And went to Vivekananda. And said, oh, you are my Valentine. No? And with that, he pulled him down into the earth for the good of humanity. That is a beautiful idea. No? So our Valentine should be love for God, each other, everywhere. Actually, God is everywhere. We don't see, we are blind. Though we have eyes, we are blind. But spirituality is to make us see things in proper perspective. Okay, I would expect that you meditate on this verse another week. Anuraniyan, say, Anuraniyan, Mahato Muhiyan, Mahato Muhiyan, Atma Asya Janto, Atma Asya Janto, Nihito Guhayam, Nihito Guhayam. Tamakratuhu, tam akratuhu, pashyati vita shoko, pashyati vita shoko, dhatu prasadat, mahimanamatmana, mahimanamatmana, dhatu prasad. Don't say God's grace. Say, oh mind, be gracious to me. This mind is treacherous. Mind is our friend, mind is our enemy. So we should crave for the grace of my mind. Thank you. Om Shahana Bhavatu Shahano Bhunaktu Viryam Karvavahai Tejashvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Tomorrow will be our gospel class. Who is giving the gospel class tomorrow? Myself. Great.